Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in Scotland. My website is www.stampwithnellie.com. A couple of weeks ago I came across these little bath bombs, all individually wrapped and in a nice big bag of them, and thought they would make lovely little gifts. So this is the box that I have made for them, which originally when I was thinking about it, I was thinking bath bomb and was thinking about a bomb shaped box. But actually, now that I've made it, it kind of looks more like a perfume bottle, but never mind. That was the idea behind it. So all of the products that I'm using and the dimensions will be listed in the description below, with a link to my blog post. So I've done most of the preparation. We start off with a piece of Highland heather card that measures 7 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And there's a fair bit of scoring to do, so we'll just get on and do that. So along the 7 inches score line edge, you want to do a score at 2 inches, 3 1/4, 5 1/4, and at 6 1/2. You can turn that and do one at 1 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 7/8, and 4 1/2. Now we also want to make quite a few little marks on this, and you're basically making a mark at a 1/2 inch from each of the score lines. So both sides of the score lines you're going a 1/2 inch. The measurements will be in my blog. So we've got a 1/2 inch to there, 1/2 inch to there, 1/2 inch to there, 1 to there, and we do want one at the end as well. Now, that's us done with the scoreboard. And I'm going to come straight in with the scissors on this now, because we're going to use these pencil marks to do a diagonal cut down to the next corner. And this is what will help give us that fold at the top. So straight down the score line and a diagonal from your mark down to the next score line. Didn't get that one quite right, but should be fine. And the last one. Okay. So before we do the rest of the cutting, I'll just fold and burnish all of these lines. these ones want to come this way, and then fold that one back the way again. Okay, get rid of all of these bits, and then you can see that you're going to start to get that shape. At this end of the skinny panel, you want to take that bit out, and I actually just want to do a little wedge on that as well, just so that it folds neatly at the top. You also want to take this bottom skinny panel out, and again wedge this tab. Okay. We've got 2 rectangles and 2 squares left, so we just want to cut straight up the side of the rectangles. And chop into the squares. Again, that will just help it fold a little bit more neatly when you form the base. Okay. So you would probably want to remove any of your pencil marks that are still left around as well. Now, I have already cut all the pieces of designer series paper, so I'm just going to start adding them just now. So with this one I used that sort of fabric textile pattern, but on this one I'm going to turn it around and use the dots. As I said, the dimensions for these pieces of designer series paper will be in my blog post. This paper comes from the Subtles range, and there's 4 different patterns in the pack, and this pack is also available in all of the other colour families as well. So you can get it in the in colours, both sets of in colours, the Subtles, which I'm using here, the Regals, Neutrals, and the Brights colours as well. So plenty to choose from. And I have managed to get all the pieces that I need for this box and the one that I made earlier from just one A4 sheet of Highland Heather card and just one 6x6 inch piece of the designer series paper. So it doesn't use an awful lot of supplies either, which is great. Just trying to centre those little bits there. I just find it's easier to add all the little bits of paper, especially when they are little bits like this one, while it's still flat, rather than building the box up and then trying to add the paper to the completed box. So we're fine with that. Okay, so just a case of assembly. So we'll do the side tabs first. Put some glue on those. And then just fold that in fold that over and just press down. Just try and make sure that you've got your edges all lined up, and I tend to fold it over the other way as well, just to make sure that it's all nice and square. So I've now got my join at the back there, so I'm going to put the two side flaps in first with just a bit of glue, fold the back in on top of that, and then add some glue to the last bit to complete the base. Here we are. And as always, I just like to use my bone folder to make sure that they're all sticking together nicely. The last bit of the decoration is that I have stamped the sentiment, kindness is always in style. Now this comes from the Dressed to Impress stamp set, and I used Highland Heather ink onto Whisper White card. I then cut that with one of the layering squares dies, and I cut the slightly larger scalloped square from the same set of the dies, which just gives you a nice kind of postage stamp edge to that. So we're just going to simply place that in the centre of that panel. Pop in my little bath bomb and then get a piece of the polka dot jewel ribbon. Make sure I've got enough. And just use that to pull in those bits at the top of the box, which kind of looks like the end of a cracker. I tied a double knot in the last one, so I'll tie a bow on this one. And as usual, I'm not going to faff about with the bow too much, just so that we've got it. I might tidy that up for the photos, but there we are. Two different versions, both with a lovely little bath bomb in it. I hope you've enjoyed watching today's tutorial. If you have, please subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell so that you get notifications each time that I post a video. I hope to post another one for you soon. Until then, take care. Bye bye.